Hello everyone, welcome back to our international registration series. Today we are heading to the richest country in the world. Wait, it's not United States, it's Luxembourg. In this episode we are putting a spotlight on Luxembourg, and it is one of the most attractive destinations for overseas nurses because it's the second highest paying country for nurses globally. Imagine earning a top tier salary, enjoying a high quality of life, and even relocating with your whole family while working in a world-class healthcare system. So in this video we are going to cover why overseas nurses and midwives should consider Luxembourg. We also look at the step-by-step registration process, and we also look at the language requirement. And you know I can't end a video without giving you links and areas that you can look for home care and care assistant jobs. My name is Manuel. Kindly hit on the subscribe button, like this video, and leave us a comment. It really helps the channel a lot. Without wasting much time, let's get in. Now, let's look at why it is a good time for nurses to relocate to Luxembourg. And of course, as I already said, this is the second highest paying country for nurses, and the average registered nurses salary in Luxembourg is 90,192 euros, or an equivalent rate of 42 euros per hour. And in addition, you also earn some bonuses, some overtime, and weekend allowances. Now, let's go on to the second point, which is the relocation with family. When you get the opportunity to work in Luxembourg, you are able to move with your entire family to this beautiful country. Now, the third reason is the high healthcare standard and nurse-patient ratio. Unlike some other countries, when you work in Luxembourg, the nurse-patient ratio is very small. You will not be assigned to a lot of patients at a particular time. Now, the fourth reason why you have to relocate to Luxembourg is its central location in Europe. Luxembourg has multicultural environment, and it borders with France, Germany, and Belgium. And this is ideal for traveling if you are someone who likes to explore other places. Living in Luxembourg gives you the chance to travel around Europe because of its central location and of course its high standard of living. There are more than enough reasons why you have to relocate to Luxembourg, and let me leave it right here. You can do your searches and add the other reasons yourself. And also note that as every country in the world is experiencing shortages, Luxembourg is not exempted, and as reported by the Lux Times in Luxembourg, there is an urgent call for nurses to be recruited to fill major gaps in the healthcare industry. And I'm going to leave it on the screen. You can read it yourself to see how nursing shortages is affecting Luxembourg. Now let's go on to how to register as a nurse in Luxembourg. Now, to register as a nurse in Luxembourg, it involves two main steps. And the first one is to ask for recognition. And after you have asked for recognition, the second one is to apply for a work permit. Most of the time when I'm doing videos, I do a lot of research. And in the case of Luxembourg, I had to email the authorities. I have to ask them about how to register as a nurse in Luxembourg. Even though I knew it already, I just wanted a confirmation because most of the time there might be some new changes that have been happening. So I sent them an email that my name is Manuel and I'm a qualified nurse in Ghana and the United Kingdom, and I want to inquire about the process and the requirements of becoming a nurse in Luxembourg. And they replied by saying you have to ask first recognition of your diploma by the Ministère de la Recherche de l'Enseignement Supérieur. That's French. So basically what they mean is that you have to ask for your recognition of your diploma with the ministry, and the second step is to request for a work permission. So we are going to go through how to do all of these so that it will be easier for all of us. All right, so in order to ask for a recognition of your nursing diploma, you are going to click on this link, and alternatively you can also go onto Google and type recognition of my diploma with Luxembourg Ministry of Research, and it will take you straight to this session. And I'm going to leave the link in the description anyway so that it will be easier for all of us. And when it opens up like this, the first thing you're going to do is to change it into English, because you could see that this is already in French and you will change it to English. Yes, so when it opens up like this, you will go through everything, and if you are a nurse or a midwife, you are going to click on a graduate nurse. Yes, and if you are a midwife, you are going to click on the midwife. But if you are a graduate nurse, you are going to click on this one and it will take you to this session. And here you can have a bit of a read through in here, but I am not going to read everything. I will just go straight to the most important bit that pertains to us. Let's go through the application of professional recognition process. The application of professional recognition must be filled to the MESR along with the following supporting documents. And the MESR is the Ministry of Research and Higher Education in Luxembourg. Now, the next point is the application form duly completed and signed should be submitted by mail only. And they've given us the link for the form for professional recognition, and also they will ask us a copy of evidence of formal qualification, which is your diploma or your certificate or your diploma supplement. This basically means your nursing diploma certificate, and official proof of professional experience. So they need a contract from your employers. So when you were employed in your current job, the contract that will be given, you add it to this form so that you post it to them. And the next one is the official proof of legal establishment or professional recognition in one or more member states of the EU. This does not apply to us, so if you are not in the EU, you can ignore this one. And a copy of identity documents, so possibly your passport should be okay, and a copy of a valid resident permit for Luxembourg, and this applies to people who are not member of the EU state, and this does not apply to us, so we are going to ignore this one. And also a proof of payment of the fee, and this fee is 75 euros, and I will take you there very soon. And also documents in the original language must be accompanied by a sworn translation to English, French, German or Luxembourgish. And yes, so basically they want you to transfer all your documents to English, French, German or Luxembourgish, and this is what they need from you with this form, which we will go through very soon. Now, in order to fill our form for this recognition procedure, let's click on start the procedure. So if you click on start procedure, it will take us to this session where you will see online forms here, and if you click on the online forms, it will bring you to this session and you see a whole lot of forms here. Now the first one is a different form which does not apply to us, and the second one is application of recognition of professional qualifications obtained abroad, and this is the one we are looking for. We are going to click on it, and when you click on it, this is how it's going to appear, and you will go through. These are basic questions that you can answer for yourself. You will be expected to tick whether you are a midwife or you are a nurse. So if you are a nurse, you're going to tick on here, and if you're a midwife, you're going to tick the side. If you're a psychiatric nurse, you're going to tick on this one here, which applies to psychiatric nurse, and you fill in your name, your last name, your date of birth, your place of birth, your citizenship, and so on. So it's quite a long form. And when you get to a session, they will ask you your secondary education, your higher education, any additional trainings, and so on. Now, and that is it about asking for recognition. Now, after you have finished filling this form, you'll be asked to add these documents also to the form that you have filled. We've already gone through, and these are also listed here on the form. And the 6 point says that you will be expected to proof payment of a recognition fee, which is 75 euros. Yes, and you are going to pay that amount, and you are going to add the receipt of this to this form, and you are going to send it to them by post. Now here is the bank details that you are going to make the payment to, and it is clearly stated here, and you are going to post the form to this address. Now after you have gone through all this recognition process, they will give you feedback, and this feedback will indicate whether you qualified or your diploma is recognized in Luxembourg, or you might require further training. So depending on the feedback that you get, you are going to ask for a resident permit or permission to work. So I'm going to leave the link of how you can also ask for a working permit in the description. You come onto this link, you click on it, and it will take you to this section. You change it to English once again, and you go through the same process again, and you are going to pay 75 euros. I will also leave an email that if you have any challenges on how to go about the whole process, or who to contact, or if you get stuck and you need further clarifications, I'll leave an email so that you can send any query that you have, and they're going to reply you on how to go about the whole process. Let's also know that this is not the only way to become a nurse in Luxembourg. You can also enroll in a university in Luxembourg, France, or Belgium, because these countries are very close to Luxembourg, and they have universities offering nursing that you can enroll. Then after you have finished this school, you get direct access to become a nurse in Luxembourg. Let's go on to the language requirements in Luxembourg. The official language for Luxembourg is French, German, and Luxembourgish, and about 77% of the people speak Luxembourgish, and 98% of the population also speak French, and 78% speak German, and 80% of the residents are able to speak English. But to become a nurse in Luxembourg, they expect you to be able to speak French, because French is kind of their legal language and it is used in most health facilities. Or you should be able to speak German, and they require a certificate of this. And if you were trained in Cote d'Ivoire, or if you are someone in any French-speaking country like Cameroon, I know that in some part of Cameroon they are able to speak French. This is an advantage for you, because you will not be required to provide any document to prove this. But if you come from a country like Ghana, Nigeria, who barely speak French, then you need a certificate to prove this. Now, if you're in Ghana, you can speak to Alliance Française or Guichet Institute to get your French or German certificate to use for this application. And I know that this will be a big blow for everyone that is trying to apply. But if you really want to work in the richest country in the world, and also the second highest paying country for nurses in the world, well, you have to pay for it. You have to sacrifice to make your dreams come true. Now let's go on to how we can get jobs in Luxembourg. Now the first site I will recommend is MedNation. So you go onto your search bar and you're going to type MedNation. Now when it opens up like this, you can choose the category that you are looking for, care assistant if that's the one you are looking for, or if you are looking for midwife or a home care role, you are just going to choose any of them. Now let's click on home care and see what will happen in here. Yeah, so basically these are all the home care jobs that is on MedNation. And if you see AD's social familiar I'll go my French in here. So as I said, most of these jobs are in French, and the official language that is used in most of the healthcare settings are in French. And if you are someone who cannot speak French, you might probably not be very successful with this. But if you are someone who is able to speak basic French and German B2 level, you will be successful in some of these applications, because you'll be able to read what is in there on their site. For example, even if I want this job and it opens up like this, just look at the job description. If you are not able to read and understand, how are you going to apply to know whether you fit this role or not? So this is one disadvantage for people who cannot speak French. Now let's go back, and let's say if you are a midwife, you're going to click on midwife and you're going to click on search. And yes, so if you see Sage Fermin, then it means that it's a midwife role, and this is French. So if your French is not good like me, you're going to struggle. And it's the same for the nursing role as well. Where is the nurse? Oh, okay, yes. So it's the same thing. You're going to click on nurse, and when it opens up like this, you are going to apply to any of the roles which you think fit your description. And if you don't understand French, you are going to be in a deep fix. Now let's go on to another job portal that I can recommend, and this is Adecco. Adecco.lu. Yes. All right, so on this website, it's a good place to upload your CV. You can come here, upload your CV, so that the employers will come search for you and recruit you. And also you can also find a job here, and you can put the keyword. Let's say the keyword is nurse. Yes. So it says that currently there are no job for nurses, and you can send them your resume, and when any nurse job role pops up, you will be contacted. Now let's go on to another one, which is movie job. Now when you go on to this website, you can change it to English, and you will be able to go through the whole site to see if the job role that you are looking for is in there. Now let's click on the type of jobs here, and you will be able to go through the whole list to see if any of them fit your role. Now let's click on health and medical services. Now if you click on it, it will take you to this session, and note that this is aid Oh my god, my French is not good, so I can't even pronounce it. But this is definitely a health assistant role that is looking for a male or female to be able to work with them. And because I'm disadvantaged in French, I might not be considered if I apply for this role. But if you are someone who is able to speak French or is able to communicate with people in French, this will be a good role for you, because I can see here that they say that you should be empathetic, a spirit, you have to be in high spirit, okay? And flexibility, you have to be flexible. Motivation and resistance to stress, you have to be able to work under stress. So these are all the things that they need from you, and if you can't speak French, you are going to be on a disadvantage. Now I'm going to leave a whole lot of links to job site and care assistant roles that you can apply in Luxembourg. And that is about it. Now note that Luxembourg offer competitive salaries to nurses, midwives, care assistants, and most people in the health sector. And this is the time that you have to get another license in a different country. As I have been preaching always, if you are someone who just joined this channel, we talk about how nurses can become registered in different countries, and we already have videos about some of these countries, and you can go to our jobs and pathway playlist to check them out. And if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like notification, and also leave us a comment. Let me know the country you want me to explore next. And also, if you want to work in Luxembourg, make sure that you get your German, your French, and your English plus your other documents intact before you apply. My name is Manuel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.